9 years ago, Lola Hornoff was beaten by her husband at their Newaygo County home. Years of domestic violence culminated in her day-long torture that left her within an inch of her life.
These days, as our Doug Reardon found out, she is doing much better, fortunately. But we want to warn you, some of the images you're about to see are disturbing.
Well, guys, this is Lola Hornoff today, and she says she's in a good place. Hard to believe that this was her 9 years ago, a day after her husband nearly beat her to death in a fit of rage. All this time later, Lola is using that day and so many others like it to help people going through the same thing.
I'm not ready to die.
The pictures are from a different time. Lola Hornoff, a different person.
I was going to cut my fingers off so they couldn't identify me.
The brutal 2011 beating by her husband, a final act of violence after years of repeated abuse, left her unrecognizable. On February 6th, Hornoff's husband, Robert, accused her of having an affair. Lola was tied up, beaten with a broom handle, and stabbed. Her hands still bound, she managed to escape later in the day to a nearby gas station as the two were driving.
Over time, I'll get help. I know I will.
Robert was sentenced to almost 3 decades behind bars, and the pictures told a shocking story about domestic violence that still echoes in Lola's head today.
So I'm unrecognizable. Like, people don't believe that that's actually me. And when I look at those pictures, I go back to that day and think about the what ifs. What if this had happened? What if this hadn't happened? What would have happened if I hadn't got out of the car?
But that also makes her think of how far she's come.
It was a huge turning point for me. Over the last 9 years, I have become more comfortable with myself. I'm no longer codependent.
Since 2011, Lola has spoken to some high school classes about the signs of abuse, and through her Facebook page and YouTube channel,
Comment if you need help. I'll comment back.
she's directly connected with others to help them see the signs themselves.
I want to do more advocating for domestic violence as far as getting it out there. It is a big social problem, so it does need to be dealt with and faced instead of behind closed doors.
So Lola will keep fighting like she did that day and wants others to know they should do the same before it gets this far.
Love is just an emotion. We're not always smart with our love. And sometimes love can make us overlook the bad that someone's doing. The hard reality is that you can't change somebody if they don't want to change. I was a victim, but now I'm a survivor. And I know I can pretty much get through anything and hopefully make a difference in somebody's life.
Lola is also working on authoring a biography and getting a book of her poems published. If you'd like to check out her sites, we have links to them on our website, fox17online.com.